Said a struggle to get mine. Hustle from the bottom, the customer don't lie. 365 is dead and the phone shine. Hustle till I die, so whenever I shine. You found me calling
What up, dope people? Welcome back to another episode of Cigars with Friends. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, liking, and sharing. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. The YouTube is Real Ish Radio on YouTube. YouTube.com/Real Ish Radio. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share the video. Let's run it up. This week, I got my bro in, my boy Dave. We're going to kick it, chop it up as we always do. Like I say, every episode is sponsored by Akashi Cigars, KA-SI Cigars.com. So make sure y'all check us out, support the movement, man. We got some dope blends. I got 3 different blends. I got a Barber Pole, which is the Granny Randall, named after my granny. Then I got the Big Red, which is a Connecticut, that's named after my pops. And then I also got the Detroit, which is named after the city. So whatever your taste is, we got something for you. But let's get this show cracking. I'm going to bring Dave in, and we're going to get popping. What up, though?
What up, though?
Oh, man, you know what it is.
Man, yeah, I got the Detroit cigar with me now.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with today. That's going to be my smoke of the day with the V cut.
Yes, sir.
What's good with you? What's popping in Michigan?
Man, nothing much, man. Glad this winter ain't really hitting. You know, we got some decent weather. Ain't no snow on the ground, so I'm happy. You know, y'all got some good weather in AZ.
Yeah, it's like high 60s. I'll take it, though. That's for damn sure. I definitely take it, but it's crazy how quick your body adjusts to the weather, though. 60 is cold to me here.
Oh, see, yeah. You know me, I'll be down there in some shorts and a t-shirt, walking around.
Yeah, your body adjusted as weather quick as hell, because it definitely 60 be freezing. If we was in Detroit at 60, nigga be barbecuing. That's a fact. But tonight, I got a couple things I want to touch on. First thing I want to start off with is mentorship. Okay. Talking about the importance of being a mentor or even being a mentee. Because I remember I had a mentor in like middle school, Mr. Thomas. He was cool. You know, he's kind of want to teach you about getting out of trouble, or not getting in trouble, rather. I wouldn't say getting out of trouble, getting in trouble, or just come pick us up. Me and my boy, Michael Edwards, rest in peace. He was both our mentor. So he was definitely dope. And I was talking about, like, me personally mentoring people as far as in business and actually having a mentor in business. You know what I mean? So what you think about the importance of mentorship just as a whole?
Oh, man, it's definitely important. I got mentors for everything, man. Like, I got mentors for the real estate. So I'm in the real estate. I'm jumping into trucking. I'm also corporate world as well. I got a mentor for everything. Like, right, even business, even talking to you as a big bro, like, mentorship and knowledge is the best thing to have. You know what I'm saying? And like you say all the time, you bumped your head, so we don't got to. So, you know, that's the importance of having a mentor, especially somebody that's already been, you know, went above and beyond already in the field that you're trying to go into, right?
Facts.
So like my mentor, he, Brian Adamson, shout out to him in the real estate world. You know, it was some stuff. I know if I would have went in it alone, I would have lost, probably 40, 50 grand just on talking to him. I was able to save 40, 50 grand on a deal. So, mentorship is definitely important.
Yeah,
and
that's big.
Mentor, being a mentor, man, I taught the kids, even guys my age, man, just giving them insight, stuff like that. You don't know how far that go with some of these guys for real. And these kids look up to it.
Facts. Yeah. Like I mentor a few different people as far as business or the t-shirt world or graphics, sometimes photography. I wouldn't call it like a full tilt mentorship, but it's a mentor type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Giving them information so that way they don't got to go through the pitfalls that already done fell in. You know what I mean? And then in business, I have mentors. Like I got a mentor in the cigar business. Shout out to my boy Jamel down in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? And I remember our first conversation, I got so much information from the first conversation, saving money and not even just on the money tip, but just on the fact of understanding this business that we was in. There was some shit that I didn't even look at, and he brought to my attention because he's already in the game. So shout out to Definition Cigars, man. I appreciate you, brothers. You know what I'm saying? But I was just thinking about one side, youth side, like far as like youth not having mentors, because we have a lot of a lot of kids that don't have a male figure in their life. You know what I'm saying? I think being a mentor is big. I remember when I was in college at Hampton University, I pretty much took a kid under my wing. OJ, you met him when we was in Florida. You know what I mean? And we still rock to this day. This is almost 20 years later. He was a teenager, came up to one of our basketball practices and kind of just took him under my wing, and we've been locked in since then. I remember I had him on campus when I believe when the Alphas crossed. Just showing he's seeing pro breaks, so he's seeing culture, he's seeing stuff. His dad was overseas in the service. He was kind of going through some situation with his grades, you know, having them. I went through the same thing like in the 7th grade when my pops, so I knew what he was going through. So he was kind of, you know, acting out. Took him under my wings. Boy, he ended up having straight A's next semester. And his mom had called me like, I appreciate you, because now at that point, the whole team kind of took him in. So he'd be on campus, like, he went to Hampton, you know what I'm saying, as a teenager. So I just think that's important, like trying to mentor the youth and mentoring each other. Like I think sometimes we get discouraged on accepting mentorship from somebody we're close in age. You feel like you the same age, this person the same age bracket, like they shouldn't be telling me what to do, or they take it as like somebody knowing it all. But in the long run, a motherfucker is trying to save you from some bullshit that you can get into for far as being not knowing, because the unknown is unknown if you ain't never been there.
Right.
And that's just real spill. So I was thinking about it the other day as we was talking. I was talking to somebody, one of my brides for 2023 is getting into crafting. So we was talking about just information, trying to tell her what printer to get, blase split. And then another person we started talking about last week, we was talking about just information. And I think mentorship is a well of information depending on who is your mentor. You know what I mean? And especially if you can get with somebody that's already in your lane that you're trying to get into. So they've been through the shit already. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I just think that mentorship, I think that's something that's lacking maybe in our community. Not saying people that's not doing it, but I'm saying like as a whole, I don't think it's a lot of mentorship going on.
Yeah, I mean, because you know, it takes a special person to be a mentor, right? Like you got just like what you were saying, like people close in age. Like, man, he can't tell me, you know what I'm saying? He can't tell me nothing, like we the same age, you know what I'm saying? Like we've been on the earth the same amount of time, right?
Yeah.
But if he been in the field longer than you've been in the field, then he got something to tell you. Or even with these older guys, that's like, you know, they kind of scared to even talk to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I ain't even about to go mess with them young boys. Let me just let them young boys be them young boys, and let me go. I done been past that, but they need to hear them stories. Like, dog, they look like they being wild, but they probably ain't never even been in no real situation that you could go over there and give them the game before they even jump into that type of situation for real.
Facts. Like, and I don't think age should. I don't think age equates to wisdom. Exactly. Because there's guys that's older than us that don't know half the shit we know, and there's guys that younger than us that might know more than what we know. So I never would like judge somebody on their age or because he's younger than me, he don't know. But if he been in the game or he knows something, information is ageless.
Yep.
And I learned that a long time ago. Like I say, I think I know damn near everything, but it's a whole bunch of shit I don't have no idea about. Like I said, I've been in the cigar business for a year, and when I met dude in August, he gave me so much insight that it kind of like it pushed us ahead because we got to skip some stages because we got the information. Mm-hmm. And in any business, like even with the t-shirt business, like I was explaining to a guy, I was at a dinner Friday night for my man's birthday, and we was talking about t-shirts, and I was like, I will never get a t-shirt hustle up. And he was like, why? I say, because the profit margin. I say, one thing about t-shirts, people can wear t-shirts forever. It's always going to be a family reunion. It's always going to be somebody's birthday. It's always going to be a cruise. It's always going to be something that you want to, your son got a football game. People are going to forever wear t-shirts. It's never going to go away. It's a business that's never going to go away. And then the profit margin is such great. Because you buy a $2, $3 t-shirt, it's a $2 t-shirt till you put a logo on it. Once you put a logo, it's 25 to 40. 25,
40 all day.
Like I was telling you, can put 5 blank t-shirts down. If one is plain white, you'll probably pay $5 for it. If one got a logo on it, you'll pay $25 on it. If another one got a Louis Vuitton logo on it, you'll pay $100 for it. It's all pretty much the same concept, but once you branded it with a logo, it changed the value of it.
Yeah.
And so that's how I look at the t-shirt business. Like I don't give a fuck. If I'm 80 years old, I'm gonna be struggling pushing that goddamn press down. I'm still gonna do it because you know what I'm saying. You gonna always eat off of it. I just think that's one of the best. I see a lot of people jumping into like far as from the pandemic. A lot of people sitting at home and they got in the t-shirt game, and people be like, "Oh, it's oversaturated." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's too many people in the world for the game to be oversaturated. And then with the
Right. I was
internet,
about to say nothing is oversaturated, man. I don't care what business you in.
because the world is so big, you know what I mean? If you're on the internet, you touching the world from your living room. I'm sitting in my garage and I can pull up the analytics. I know we touching the whole world. We in pretty much almost every state, and then over a couple overseas listeners that we get every week. So to say that, people don't get the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we all selling on the same corner. This ain't the streets. It ain't like we all on one block chasing the same sales. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm in my basement. You in the garage, like.
Yeah, the world is so big, and I think we don't really understand it or accept it. Like, I don't care if somebody else, the nigga next door could be doing the same thing I'm doing. For one thing, he ain't gonna outwork me. He ain't gonna out hustle me. So that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And even
that's different.
Ain't got to keep looking at people as competition. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a buddy that's in North Carolina who got a cigar brand, and we don't compete. We collab. I call like, hey, do this because you can save some money. He hit me back like, hey, I just got these in. I'm about to send you some. You know what I'm saying? And that teamwork right there, shit, that's just helping us. And we in the same industry. I'm not knocking his sales. He's not knocking my sales. We shouldn't have given each other game.
That's what everybody do. That's really in business. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody learn off each other, man. You wouldn't have nothing if people wasn't learning off each other, or if these higher CEOs wasn't. Oh, we together at the national convention. That's why they had those national conventions and them conferences and stuff like that. So
for the
everybody that's at the top of their game can come together and bounce off ideas off each other. Like, man, oh, did you try it this way? Like, no, we didn't. Oh, we got stuck here. Like, oh yeah, man, this is what we did. We got stuck there too, like 5 years ago. But this is what we had to do. I mean, like that's another form of mentoring, because now you got another person like, damn, they all right. They a couple years ahead of me. So what I'm doing back here, they already did. Go get that knowledge from them, man. Like, stop being stubborn, because you're gonna lose out on your own. Being stubborn, thinking you can figure it out, or you're gonna lose a ton of money, and then you're gonna have that quit factor in your head of, oh man, this ain't gonna work. It's oversaturated. It's this, it's that. When you ain't picked the right mentor, and it's also important to pick the right mentor. You can't just run up to everybody that's doing it, because they might not be doing it correctly. So, but that's up for you to decide who your real mentor is. You got to do your homework on these people that you want to be your mentor.
Facts. You definitely got to do your homework on them, and because most people only show the success, so you don't see the struggle part. You know what I'm saying? You don't see them nights where shit ain't none of them invoices getting paid yet, or your product got stuck in the mail. It'd be so much shit that goes on behind the scenes of it, but you got somebody that actually been through it, they can probably try and save you some of it. You can't save nobody from everything, but you definitely can save a lot of headache, a lot of time, and a lot of money.
Yeah.
Definitely with just somebody knowing it, you know what I mean? Because that's one thing I think, I say this almost every episode, we don't really share information.
Yeah.
So we start sharing more information. Like I say, the title mentor, some people may look at it a way like you sonning them or something, but it's all just somebody helping you out. It's just somebody that got more information than you.
Yeah, once you get that past your head, I mean, guy or, woman or man, once you get that past your head, like, oh, man,
Shout out to Jay Major Moves. He said humility is the gateway to receiving the best information. That's real.
Yep. And I had to do it in the real estate game, because I'm like, I had my mentor, but I used to do renovations and everything like that. So I'm like, oh, if I get a crib, I just do all the renovations and, try to get it done. My mentor, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, take a step back. You need to hire somebody to do the work, and then that's going to be able to get you to go get more deals. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't even thinking like that. I'm like, man, I could do all the work, save some money, pay these guys back. But that probably would have took me a year and a half working my corporate job and trying to do the real estate. You know what I'm saying? So the way he taught me to do it, I got it done in 6 months.
That's dope.
And still made more than I thought I was gonna make. You know what I'm saying? But instead of being like, no, I know what I'm doing. Like, I just was coming to you because I thought you was good in the industry. Like, no, you got to really sit back. Like my man say, show some humility. You know what I'm saying? But actually listen. A lot of people listen to respond. They don't listen to understand.
Big facts. Big facts. You already see a motherfucker gears turning to respond before processing what you're telling them. And sometimes, some shit you don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you have it in your mind that, okay, I'm gonna do it this way and this way gonna work. And then somebody tell you like, no, that's not gonna work. You're gonna hit this wall, boom, boom, boom. And your mental is like, nah, I know what I'm gonna do. And sometimes it haunts you from listening to somebody that already had the experience. And sometimes you gotta let a motherfucker bump their head. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta see if they gotta realize that it hurt. It's like a kid. You keep telling their ass, don't touch that stove, it's hot. But till they touch it, then they gonna know it's hot. You can warn them motherfuckers as much as once. Sometimes they just gotta touch the stove. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit, like I said, I always say if you in the industry or anything that I've done and we speak and we conversing about, I'm gonna tell you my famous line is I bump my head so y'all can duck. So all the shit I've been through, if you going that route, I'm gonna tell you, no, duck right here. Don't go that route, go this route.
Yeah.
And some people will listen, some people will. I had so many people that didn't listen, then double back, like, hey, I know you told me to go this way. I went this way and this happened. I'm like, nigga, that's why I told you not to go that way, because it happened to me.
Right.
Especially with this t-shirt shit, bro. I've been doing this shit t-shirts since college. I was doing that shit at Hampton University, nigga, with an iron. I didn't even have a heat press.
Right.
So you know, I remember one of my buddies, right? He had a big contract to do like 300, 400 shirts for a church. So this nigga went and bought a laser printer. I said, why you just don't use the inkjet? He's like, well, it take more ink. I said, but the inkjet is easier. When I tell you, he fucked that whole order up, didn't deliver on the shirts. Then next year, the church gave nigga another chance to do the shit again. 2 years in a row. I said, bro, use the inkjet. I said, matter of fact, you can use my printer. Just go buy the ink. Don't fuck with that laser jet. Oh no, I got him do the laser jet. Boom, he fucked that deal up again. He ended up giving me the heat press out of frustration.
Woo.
Heat press just died. The heat press just died probably about 6-7 months ago. I had it for like 8-9 years ago. But I was trying to tell him what to do. He was so focused on maximizing the profit that he didn't even get the job done.
Which could have opened up to more jobs.
My point exactly, because I'm thinking, look at it like this. Okay, you might have made an 80% markup if you did it your way. But if you did it the way I told you, you might have made 60%, but you made the money. Now you made 0%. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't make sense.
Really took a loss because he gave you a machine that could have made some money.
And he bought blank t-shirts and the shirts that he fucked up. So he actually went in the red on them instead of making 60% profit off the deal. That would have took him one day's work. Most people go to work a week and not gonna make that profit that you just made off of one day's work if you would have just listened. But some people, like I say, some people are so, like my man said, humility. That's big. Motherfuckers don't want to have humility to that. Because I was the same way. I'm not gonna lie. I could be stubborn as shit because I think I do know a lot. And sometimes you got to sit back and shut the fuck up and listen. And like you say, listen to understand and then process it.
Right.
And once you do the research, because one thing about it, most of the shit ain't nothing but research. You know what I'm saying? Like when people
are reading.
Yeah, so when people doing like, you know, credit repair or different business stuff, you know what I'm saying? Pay them people if they got the skill set because you're paying for their research. They put the work in. Mm-hmm. Unless you want to get your ass on here and do the research, put the work in. You know what I mean? And that'd be the big thing. Man, if I get in, I dive into it.
I want to save the money and make the money. So if you show me, hey, yeah, I learned from here, go read this, or I read this, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go read it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lady trying to charge us, or one of my partners trying to get something done, she charging $600. I'm like, dog, I just went on there and read it. The fee only $150. So what you about to pay her $600 for? Like, all right, I tell you what, pay me $150. I pay the, you know what I'm saying? Pay me $300 and everything will be done. Since you want to go that route.
But you paying for their skill set. You paying for their research. You paying for what they learned because you don't want to go do it. So people be getting mad when people be charging. Like, I don't charge for everything. Some conversations are information I don't, but I'm not mad at that motherfucker that charge because you charging for their time.
Right.
Because you can make money back. You can't get the time back. If I spend 2-3 hours telling you this, showing you how to do this and do that, and I should be, I don't mind somebody want to be compensated for that.
Yeah.
Because them two hours, that the information that I gave you in them 2 hours is going to make you money. So you shouldn't have no problem with paying me for the information that I just saved you maybe a month worth of work trying to figure all the shit out.
Yeah.
And that's
because you always got them people that ain't gonna take the time at all. I mean, that's just how I feel like with the just even the painting. When it comes to painting houses, like anybody can paint.
Yeah.
People just don't want to take the time to paint. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too tedious. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do, I paint it for you. But a lot of this stuff is just simple reading. Some of that stuff, like if that's your business, right? But some of this stuff is literally just reading 2-3 pages, and people won't even take the time to do that. You can figure something out in 2-3 pages. You know what I'm saying? And save you some money if you ain't got the money.
It's two things in life you pay for: what you don't know and convenience. So if you don't know how to do it or don't know what about it, you got to pay somebody that do. And then if you're too lazy and don't want to put the work in, then you got to pay the convenience fee. That just is what it is. Those are the two things you're going to pay for in life: what you don't know and convenience. So you want to be convenienced and let somebody else take care of it, then pay them what they want. That's just life.
Yeah.
That's just life. But if you want to learn on yourself, shit, do that research. But sometimes people don't have the time. Especially if you got a job. So you got a job and your business, your side hustle that you're trying to make your main hustle. You limited in time that you could just go sit and research all this shit, because you might get off work, take care of your kids, then you working on your orders. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you can bypass that time frame and pay somebody to either do the shit for you or for the information, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're in a time crunch, that's like me. I'm not going to learn no electricity. I ain't going to learn no electricity. I ain't going to learn no plumbing. And I just had to pay somebody to come do some plumbing. So like, no, I get it on certain aspects. Like you say, you either gonna pay for convenience or the knowledge you don't have. So yeah, with that, yeah, come do this plumbing, come do this electrical stuff. I'm not about to sit here and learn it. I don't want to learn it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the time to learn. So yeah, I get where you're coming from on that, for sure.
And that's just what it is, man. But like I said, like it started off with mentorship and then we kind of drifted into it, just information and services. But I'm looking at, like, we big on here on trying to get information for people that's either starting businesses that are in business, or just some motivation to do something better with your life, even if it's not even starting a business or helping somebody else out, mentoring a kid or whatever. You got some type of skill set that you can share. Why not share it? And I just was thinking back earlier today about mentors that I had growing up. And I just thought it was something I wanted to talk about today, because I'm just a big firm believer that all these skill sets that we have, we could be winning much more if we had the information to back it up.
Yeah.
Because the information is king, but if you ain't got it, you fuck. Or you gonna spend money or waste a lot of time figuring it out.
Right. That is true. Like a lot of these guys, man, that actually even had his knowledge, though, like we need to get them in the mind. That go back to a humility thing. Like yeah, you know this knowledge, and yeah, some people are supposed to come seek it out, but like, who are you helping though? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, you're gonna continually win by yourself. Like, who you helping? Who are you reaching back and mentoring? You see this young brother that you done got in contact with, or he done got in contact with you, and you ain't took him under his wing. You just sitting there and let him bump his head, and he reaching out to you, but you know what I'm saying? So it's a two-way street. You know, some people not going to get the mentorship, and then some people that's in the position, you know what I'm saying, not even reaching back to even get a mentorship.
Exactly. So it can go either way. I just think it's important component into being successful in anything that you're trying to do, is knowing somebody, even at a job. Shit, if you want to move up in the corporate world, if you get good, you have a mentor that's in that same place, and they can tell you the steps that you need to take, because you might be doing it wrong. And you could, like I say, information can come from either which way. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what I definitely want to touch on that. But we're gonna take a quick break for the sponsor, and then we'll be right back.
Yeah.
What up, people? I just stopped in real quick to show some love to all the people that have been supporting my cigar brand, all the frats, all the sororities, all the business owners that have been ordering boxes. Shout out to all the alumni at Hampton University. They've been showing out. I appreciate the support. We only been in business 10 months, and the growth is real. So make sure you can catch this video, like and share, let your friends know. They can stop at ka-si-cigars.com. Grab your couple cigars, grab your custom box if you like, but support the movement. We got 3 different blends. We got the Random Barber Pole. We also got the Big Red, and then I'm smoking tonight is the Detroit. It's a 6x52 Toro. Yeah, definitely one of my go-tos when I'm smoking, sitting on the back porch. But like I said, appreciate all the love, appreciate all the support. Make sure y'all share this video. Let's run it up. Yeah, so we back, but like I said, that's a big thing on the mentorship, man. So if you got the opportunity to mentor somebody or just help somebody, if you got the information that they lacking, spread that shit. And if it come with a fee, it come with a fee. Don't be scared to pay for information if it's gonna help you level to get to the next level. And that's just real shit.
Yeah. I mean, and on the other end, if you got the information, don't be scared to put a little fee on it.
Yeah, that too. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Coming from the other end, hey, if you feel like, hey man, my time is valuable, which it should be, that should how you feel. Mm-hmm. Put a little, don't tax him, but put a little love on it for yourself. Because you got a family, you got stuff going on too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm big on that. So a lot of things been going on in the world. I would say last week when the Buffalo Bills player got knocked
Yeah.
unconscious. So I see everybody talking about the Skip Bayless comments. What did you feel about that?
So I actually read down his tweet like timeline.
Not his teeth.
Yeah, his tweet timeline. I'm not on Twitter, so yeah. And it looks like from reading it that he wrote that before he actually even knew how severe the injury was.
Okay.
Right. But still at the same time, Skip say a lot of wild shit, dog. Like,
he does. He definitely does.
like dog just don't got no muzzle. Or I don't even, like I said, I don't even think he thinks before he talks. I think he just say some shit first and see what reaction he gonna get. It could have went well, it could have went bad. You know what I'm saying? He didn't lose his job, right? Everybody mad at him. It's a week later. I ain't seen nobody talking about it since.
I don't think it was something to lose your job over, but it was something that was insensitive. And then the thing about it with me is he stood on it.
Yeah.
When they brought it back up, he was like, I'm not taking it down. I stand on it. And how I look at Skip, some of the foul shit that he be saying, I look at him as like a Karen, right? So most Karens that you see like on these TV shows or on the internet blocking a black guy from pulling into the parking lot or using the dumpster, crazy shit like that, I feel they comfortable with that because they know if somebody reacts, they got the benefit of the doubt when the police come. Yeah. And I feel Skip is the same way. Like the day he was like dogging Shannon Sharp career over Tom Brady, he wouldn't have said that shit in the parking lot.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I like he the type of person I feel like he has behind that. You know what I'm saying? You can do all that because you know I can't put my hands on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You do disrespectful shit because you know if Shannon Sharp would have slapped the shit out of him, he'd have been the bad guy. Skip would have pressed charges. They would have banned him from this and that. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers don't tolerate disrespect.
Yeah.
But I think he knows he can get away with it because of that simple fact. I'm telling you, it's just I look at him like a Karen. Like they do all that shit to somebody of color because they know if we react, the reaction, just like when you playing sports, you might get elbowed, but the person that react always get caught.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if Shannon Sharp would have slapped fire from him, then the motherfuckers would have been pressing charges. You know what I'm saying? He'd have lost his job. It'd have been all that shit. But you saying shit that you challenging a man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You challenging a man, you disrespecting a man. So I don't tolerate disrespect. And I'm sure you see when Shannon Sharp took his glass off, he caught himself. He put his glass down and caught himself. Because that motherfucker, that nigga from Georgia was about to come out on him. Not the nigga on Fox Sports or whatever station they own. That nigga from Georgia, that country nigga from Georgia was about to come out. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it takes shit that, you know what I'm saying? You could be a mild-mannered person, but you could push certain buttons. And he was pushing them buttons, and he was disrespectful. And like I say, he wouldn't have said that shit in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? But on air, and he could prove that, you know, Shannon assaulted me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I believe that he do shit like that, and I think
because
he do some foul shit, bro. He say some foul shit.
Like I said, that tweet, it was definitely insensitive. You know, but like you saying, like you can do and say whatever you want when you typing it. You know what I'm saying? When you sitting in the comfort of your own home, because he know wasn't nobody gonna be close to him to do nothing, like you said. You know what I'm saying? But also on that specific like tweet, I think he did say it before he knew the severity of he a sports. You know what I'm saying? He a sports.
But think about not knowing, that's one thing. But after the fact, you still stood on it. Like you like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
But like you said, it go to your point. He gonna say what he gonna say because he know if anybody do something to him, it ain't gonna be him that get the you know what I'm saying, the consequences.
Exactly. So I think that's why he's so comfortable with the hate. I mean, I remember one day he was hating on LeBron James' son because he dunked right hand instead of using the left or some old dunk.
Yeah.
And then to hear that from a person that never played professional, never made it probably past high school sports, like, man, sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. It's cool to have an opinion. It's a difference between having an opinion and then attacking somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can talk shit about somebody. We all do it. That's the beauty of sports. That's the beauty of sports. We all talk shit. We call sports guys bums that probably cook us, but we say the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But it's a difference between talking shit than just being outright disrespectful or just, you know what I'm saying, or gunning at somebody.
Right.
But you know, in the world that we live in, negativity sells. So people tuning in to hear him say some wild shit too.
Because that's the only way you're gonna keep a job.
Yeah,
That's what he known for. He known for talking crazy and outlandish. Don't nobody want to hear him if he talking positive.
But it's gonna be a time where he talk about somebody that don't care about crashing out.
That too.
I was watching a video with Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes said he had to pull a couple people that was gonna get on his ass.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because that's why he said where he said it. That's exactly why he said where he said it.
Because he be wild with it, man. Make sure y'all in here checking us out. Make sure y'all like it. Make sure y'all share. Let's run these numbers up. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you're not on YouTube and you make a stop over there, hit youtube.com/realishradio. Make sure y'all subscribe. Let's get them subscriptions up. All the info is on the ticker at the bottom. And make sure y'all check out our website, ka-sicigars.com. Every episode is powered by Kasi Cigars. Make sure y'all support the brand. But yeah, that guy, man. Like I don't know. It's weird. Like I ain't gonna lie. I watch the shit I don't watch the actual show. I watch the clips on YouTube. But ain't nothing wrong with talking shit. Like that's like even like the TNT guys. They talk shit about everybody, but I don't really see malice in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that motherfucker Skip was just something different. And then it was so funny. Like I don't get Stephen A. Like Stephen A. was defending him. Some shit just. But you a ride on a black athlete. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Some shit you ain't got to say. Let them do what they do. You know what I'm saying? He's supporting. I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems like people in the media, they don't stand on shit.
No, they need that's their only job. All right. That's their only. Oh man, if I go against Skip, damn, Skip might get me pulled. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got enough firepower to go against Skip or go against somebody that says something outrageous. Or I need to keep the attention on me. So I'm gonna say something outrageous or agree with these motherfuckers so motherfuckers can keep typing my name in. You know what I'm saying? Because every time you type somebody's name in with a hashtag, oh yeah, let me go to his page. Oh, let me click on his name. Let me do, you know what I'm saying? You stay relevant. That's why 100%. A lot of these people say and do these outlandish things because it keep them relevant.
Yeah, dude be on some foul shit. I ain't gonna even lie. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just want somebody to slap shit out of him one good time. You ain't gotta hurt him. Just slap the shit out of him so you can know that there's repercussions for your actions. Because we got the freedom of speech, but we don't got the freedom to block responses. You know what I'm saying? Because like you might say some shit about somebody and they might respond with a video or talking shit about you, or they might run in your go in your mouth when they see you. So you don't know how somebody's gonna react to that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just think he be coming off super disrespectful. And all the times it ain't really about that shit, you know? But he be disrespectful.
Like you said, sports, man, bro. It's sports, but it come like them guys on TNT, you know what I'm saying? Like they actually done played the game and shit before. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, dog, Shaq can talk shit about Anthony Davis because it's like, no, dog, I need you to do X, Y, and Z to be this Hall of Fame or to get you to the Hall of Fame. Like Skip can't say that. You know what I'm saying? Like Skip, you ain't never even been on the field when somebody got injured. You know what I'm saying? For you to be like, oh man, the NFL should just continue the fucking game. Like, bruh, that's my brother laying on the field or that's my brother laying on the court. You think I even want to play after I just seen this shit? I don't think you want to play.
And then you got to understand that. See, if you've never been a part of any team, you don't get it. That's almost like being in a frat. It's a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So even if they ain't never played together and didn't play in the same fucking decade, Shannon Sharp won't have an attachment to that kid because he played the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just different. I just was like, I know it's just a topic that just keep coming up. But I just know it's like this nigga is crazy. Another thing I keep seeing pop up on my timeline is I guess a clip came out about T.I. snitching on his dead cousin. You seen that?
I ain't seen that yet.
So he caught a pistol charge, him and his cousin, but his cousin passed away. So he put it on his cousin. So now people going, they already had this snitch rumor about him for years anyway. And now that's the narrative that they was pushing. I just thought it was an interesting concept. And I don't know, man. The lines of shit is just blurred so much nowadays. Listen, to any of my friends, if I'm dead and you get caught up in some shit and you can go free and tell on me, make all type of shit up about me. I did this. I killed everybody. Get out free. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm dead. You snitch on somebody that's here and they got to go to prison for it, then you're a rat. Yeah, I have a problem with a motherfucker telling on somebody that's dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like who fucking cares? No, that's like a harmless file.
Especially if like I feel like damn that even the lawyers and stuff went with it. So man, that's I ain't hear about that. But it's like
I just thought that was the concept of it just was funny to me. Like you snitch on somebody that's dead. They dead. I mean, who are you telling on? You know what I'm saying? It's just I just know on social media, just keep popping up on my feed. Yeah. And I just thought this shit was funny as hell. It was just funny to me. Like, nigga, if I'm dead, I'm telling you, this is a disclaimer to any of my friends. If I'm dead and gone and y'all get into some trouble, I did it. Tell them motherfuckers I did it.
Right.
And when you get away with it, nigga, change your fucking life. You told me right. you to be old to be doing this shit any goddamn way.
Like, man, how old is you? For me to be still in the story, like, all right.
Man, that shit crazy. Well,
do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's a crazy world that we live in, man.
Oh, that's
so what new business ventures you got rolling? It's 2023. It's a new year. What's the plan?
Oh man, I'm about to set some vending machines in. I got them going in place on Tuesday, actually.
Dope. Congrats.
So those are gonna, fund the girls' college fund. That's strictly for them. Trucking, you know what I'm saying, getting this cargo van business going, expediting logistics. We got that going, and then back on the real estate, baby. You know what I'm saying? All Wealth Solutions, AWS. So, trying to get some apartment buildings by the end of the year, for sure.
That's big. So coming into this new year, what do you think you want to do differently than you did from last year in business? What's the new goal?
I just slow down, man. Just slow down. Like I said, man, the mentor piece was real big. I started with my first mentor last year, and now I'm just like, no, I need a mentor for everything. So, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I started talking to my mentor about the vending machine, the guy that had over 100 vending machines and all over the city, the state, got with him, yeah, you need to do X, Y, and Z. I done had these vending machines for almost about 7-8 months just in the garage. Couldn't find placement. I'm going to places. I'm doing this. I'm talking to people. Sit down with my mentor. Boom. He like, man, what's the closest thing or the closest place that you always visit or that you really know people at? Like, you trying to go into businesses where you don't know nobody. So I'm like, no, I was, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to people who I know got businesses, got buildings, everything. He like, no. So I was like, all right, yeah, you're right. Boom, call them up the next day. Hey, I got these 2 vending machines. Blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for a place to put them. Man, you know what? Our vending machine just went out. And we done had it so long that we ain't even thinking about buying another one. But if you got them, what we got to do? I'm like, you ain't got to do nothing. They're going to be self-serve. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come fill them up. You ain't got to do nothing. They just got to be in the building. That's when you want to bring them. I'm going to drop them off at the first of the year. I got to get credit card readers on. All right, no problem. We assign everything when you get here, just so it's in here. You got it covered with insurance and stuff. We ain't got nothing to do with it. You ain't got nothing to do with it. Boom, right there. But that came off a conversation with my mentor. So, this year, just slowing down, man, and actually putting everything in order before attacking. You know what I'm saying? You got to come up with a plan. Put them goals down, write them, put the strategy together, then attack. You know what I'm saying?
Make a plan, then execute it.
Yeah, you can't be attacking and strategizing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because something gonna fall apart.
That makes sense. I think my plan, slowing down makes a lot of sense. I've been taking like maybe if I can, I ain't gonna say every day. I'll be lying. Take like an hour, 2 hours, just by myself, maybe smoke a cigar and just think out a plan, think out what I want to do. Because sometimes you be in a go so much, you moving and you miss things. And trying to take these brands to the next level this year. So that's big. That's what I'm big on. I'm big on taking this cigar brand. Like this would be year 1. Actually, next week it'll be the official when we first got our first batch in. February would be the official year. February 23rd, I believe, be the official year of the LLC being started. So just want to take that. Like I'm going to a lot of different cigar events, cigar weeks in different cities. I'm gonna be doing a lot of traveling on that, pushing the brand hard. That's like the big thing, and just networking. And I'm thinking about this. People keep saying this. I don't know if I'm going to do it full-fledged, but doing more consulting. Consulting on starting up your business, doing webinars and videos on teaching people how to actually start the t-shirt business, how to make t-shirts. Because I be doing it for people I know, like, hey, how you do this? And I just like, we jump on the video chat real quick and I just demonstrate it. And then one of my people was like, man, you need to do a class or you need to do this. So I'm thinking about jumping into that lane because I have all the equipment. So why not utilize it? Like we got the whole setup that we use for photography and for the podcast, but you can pretty much use that for universally for making videos or, putting together packages for people. So I think that's something I'm going to lean into this year. I've been kind of like, people been saying it for a couple of years, but excuse me, coming in the end of 2021, 2022, people were saying it a lot. So I'm thinking like, let's see, because it's a business with no real overhead.
Right.
Because really just me giving the information or making a video or doing a online class, which ain't hard to do. Like I say, we got the tech for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that's one of the biggest things I want to get in the business and just helping people, like help people get their shit off the ground. Because like a lot of people got ideas and they be around people that never did it. So they get discouraged because people are always telling them that they can't do it.
Oh,
and
man,
I tell them,
how you gonna do that? How you gonna do that?
Exactly. And I always say, motherfucker another person can't have 20/20 to your vision. And stop listening to motherfuckers that ain't never did it.
Exactly.
Motherfucker ain't never jumped off the porch before. How they gonna tell you what's going on? So I think that's one of my biggest things. Like I'm always down to try new shit, you know what I'm saying? But the consultant, I think that's something I'm really gonna take a look at. And maybe I keep helping people build and then push this cigar brand. Photography gonna always do what it do, but this cigar brand, this cigar lifestyle, I think I want to add more to it. Like we about to do more merch, more little slick sayings on t-shirts. They still got the Kasi shirts. We're gonna always push our brand shirts, but most people, what I've learned is you can have a brand or a logo, which is cool, but if you could tap into something that's universal, like a saying or something, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You can slap your logo on the sleeve or on the back real small or whatever. You ain't always got to be about you. But if you feeding the product to people that they can relate to, they'll love it. Like, the neighborhood always got little slick sayings. Like Detroit people always say, what up, though? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a what up, though shirt to sell just because the motherfuckers say what up, though. Like I literally say this shit every day, multiple times a day. And it's like just knowing little slick sayings we say. Like I got the success is the best revenge t-shirts. I'm going to start pushing that more. You know what I'm saying? So just little shit like that I'm thinking I'm going to focus on because what I realize is I don't think I'm maximizing the profits of my talents.
Okay.
So when you sit back and realize like all the shit you do and what you do, you should be doing it more. I feel like for me personally, I'm like, it's more, I need to be able to touch more people. And like, it's kind of a transition with me being in Arizona. Like I still have a lot of clients back in Michigan. I fly back to shoot weddings. I ship a lot of shit back there. I still do obituaries, business cards. I got people that drop off my print orders, but I want to tap into the market here because the more people I'm meeting, they've been really intrigued about all the shit I say I do. So let me know that it's a lane here for that to tap into these communities. So I'm working on that. And with the one-stop shop thing, I feel if I get you to come for one thing, when you need other shit, you're gonna double back.
You're gonna ask for sure. Like, Rob, man, you know how to do this? Like, yeah, I do.
Like, yeah, I do. I can get you together. Like I had a fucking hour conversation with a guy about it at a dinner I was at Friday, and he was just like, man, he's like, just talking to you is motivation. And I'm like, damn, I ain't never heard nobody say that to me, but I know the shit I know what I'm talking about. So we just talking about different products and stuff. Now he going on the trip. He like, yeah, he like, can I get your number? I want to get something matching for me and my wife. We're going on this trip next month. And just off that conversation, I might be able to tap into his network of people. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about 2023 for me is another year of growth. Like I never do New Year's resolutions. My resolution, I don't have one. It's just my mindset is to grind harder. Because my thing is, why would I gotta wait to January 1st to make a change? If I feel something need to change, you can do that shit right now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man. Focus and determination and slowing down, man. Like I say, putting yourself in those circles, like you said, networking. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk to nobody who ain't never bought an apartment building. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So even if you know what I'm saying, you just got to get around those type of people. Like you said, you could just be out and about and bump into so many people.
Yeah, you got to go where them to the connect.
Yeah, you got to bump into where them people at. You can't keep going to your same spot because obviously them people ain't in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%,
them people ain't there.
100%.
Like, they can't be there because you ain't doing it. Like, if they was there, you'll be already doing it. So
it's all about, man. I got a cat. I got to know a guy from Cleveland. I met him probably about in 2008 when we first started doing podcasts on Blog Talk. He's always say your network gonna determine your net worth. He's always push that. He's always say that. Shout out to my boy Charlie Hustle from Cleveland, Ohio. We used to always say that shit. Your network is gonna contribute to your net worth. And he used to always say that shit, and that's real. And that's why I'm always meeting people. I don't care if I'm in the fucking airport, on the plane. I'm always mouth passing out business cards because you never know who you might bump into and that needs you. It might could plug you into some other shit. Like I met a guy on a cruise in the cigar bar, and Asian dude. We actually swapped out cigars. I gave him one of mine. He gave me one of his Cubans he was smoking, and he got a buddy that's here in AZ. So I'm about to connect with him, and he does like classic cars. So I'm actually about to be in the process of shooting his cars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he plugging me in with his cigar buddies. And now, what if I wouldn't even have spoke to dude when I walked into the cigar bar? I could have went over to the other side where the other people was at. I came set over here, and we just got to chopping it. So that networking thing is key to any business for sure. But I just know that it helps me because I'm always meeting somebody that even if they don't need something I do, they know somebody. Because ain't nothing like a referral, somebody vouching for you. You know what I mean?
They go past that information because it's like, all right, man, damn, like you can't find nobody. Man, you know what? Dog, I met Rod on the cruise. He got cigars and he actually got his own little thing brewing. Like, let me hook you with, man. You know what I'm saying, my man. But like also on the topic of mentoring, like I've been doing that a lot more lately too, man, with just kids, high school kids. Mm-hmm. We got a youth organization called Out the Mud Youth Organization here in Detroit that we're gonna kick back up this year. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the guys, Tree, Rebo, you know what I'm saying, Oliver. You know, the mentor thing is a real big piece, man. Like I said,
I wanted to start one. I wanted to start one back after the was that 2015? And we went to the Million Man March. It was about 10 of us. Now all made us all hoodies that said Brothers Building, and I wanted to build off that. And
that's crazy. I seen that picture today, and I was like, "Damn, I gotta ask him about that hoodie, dog." Because I was like, I seen that picture. It was either today or yesterday. I was like, "Damn, that hoodie looked." I was like,
"It was yesterday." It was in that memory picture for Rico's birthday. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And now that picture was from the Million Man March. Because see, me and Rick went in '95. So when it came back again for the reunion, we went back and then we had probably about 10 fellas with us. We made it like a fellas trip. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna make everybody hoodies. And we all made the Brothers Building hoodies. And I wanted to build off of that, like use that as like almost start a nonprofit, or even if it was a nonprofit, like, you know, just do shit for the youth under that banner though. You know what I'm saying? And it never came to fruition. There's one of the things I regret that I didn't make happen before I moved out of state. But that's definitely a good thing that y'all got there. Y'all need to get that back rolling, man, because that could be big.
I mean, even with that, I'm still with the Brothers Building too, because with the Out the Mud, we in the schools here. You know, we trying to get them clothes, shoes if they need shoes, or you know, whatever they playing ball, or you know what I'm saying, stuff ain't right at the crib. Like we last, what was that, Thanksgiving, we just took the whole city. Anywhere we seen anybody out that didn't look like they was eating right or anything, like, hey man, we made all these meals, just drove around the city, dog, for like until we ran out. You know what I'm saying? And it was humbling, you know what I'm saying? And I was grateful to even see like people was like, man, y'all just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, it's Thanksgiving. I ain't ate since, you know what I'm saying, last week, or you know what I'm saying, I ain't had no real food since last week. I've been getting by off chips or whatever. So we, you know what I'm saying, we had the plates and we had like all your toiletries too. You know
that's dope.
We was hitting shelters. We was hitting the bus stations out here in downtown Detroit. A lot of people stay down in there. They in the building. They all around there, man. So, you know that Brothers Building, that's a good thing. I say stick with it for sure.
Yeah, it's you know, the concept is still there. It just gotta be executed right, especially being in a new state. See how that works, you know what I'm saying? But it can still be pushed back home. It ain't shit to fly home if we got an event or we do something, because I fly home to work anyway. So it ain't a big deal. But it's just something that I always, you know, it's always in the back of my mind, like, man, we never really took that to the level I wanted it to get to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, always donate when people, like, you know, one of my people might be a coach and they doing a fundraiser, shit like that. But I feel like it's more that I could do or we can do. So that's another one of the reasons I was so animated about getting the podcast back rolling weekly, so we could be consistent with it and, you know, share this information, man, because people need to hear it. And I'm just big on it. That's just my thing, man. And we never know who we could touch. Because I remember we did this Pat Tillman run a couple years back, and I'm running. I'm not running. I'm walking rather, but I'm doing the marathon or whatever. And so it was like a 4.2 miles because his jersey number was 42. So I've been taking pictures with people, you know what I'm saying, just being me. So I stopped this one lady. Hey, blah 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 blah. Let's take a picture. Boom. Keep good. You almost at the end. Boom. Why the girl found the picture from the hashtag and was like, "Thank you for stopping," because I was finna give up.
See,
and you know what I'm saying. Then you never know what somebody going through. You know what I'm saying. Even though that wasn't wasn't no life or death situation, but the girl was gonna give up and she made it through the finish line. So you never know. Just stopping to speak to somebody, you might say somebody could have buried her off themselves today, and you was nice to them, and then they might have, you know what I'm saying. They might have made them live another day. So I'm big on whatever we could do to make shit happen and better any situation, but really pushing these businesses and trying to take all my companies to the next level this year. It's all about progression, and I want to do more stuff. Like I got so many ideas that's in my head. It's just sometimes you got to have like-minded people with you. I'm only one person, but I got a bunch of ideas, and I got the equipment to execute pretty much every idea I want. It just sometimes you need a team of people. You know what I mean? On certain projects, not everything, but on certain things. But we pushing on that hour, so I don't like to keep people too long. But I want you to give everybody your information on how to follow you on any social media and any business things, any ventures that you want to share to the people.
All right, man. So David Alexander Jr., that's my Facebook handle. I am on Instagram at DAWS.1. I am in real estate, so if you know anybody that's looking to buy, sell, distress homes, homes that's already renovated, whatever, I do it all, or I can just assist you with selling your home as well. We also have EV Logistics coming into play probably about March here. So if you need anything delivered, any furniture moved, anything like that, we'll be available for that. And then also don't forget about K Vending. That is going into effect starting this week. So we have vending machines going in. We also going to have some pop-up shop lemonade and everything like that going on this year for the people in Michigan. And pretty much, man, anything else, if you need me to talk to any kids, mentoring, anything like that, man, I'm down for it. I do it all the time. So I'm always open for that, or just, just bouncing ideas off each other.
That's dope, though. That's dope, man. So appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Make sure y'all follow everything. Follow us on Instagram at Real Ish Radio, and also follow us at Kasi Cigars, KAS.cigars on Instagram. Make sure you check out the website, ka-sicigars.com. And make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube and share it up. We appreciate all the support. It's throwing me off that the camera is not focusing, but it'll get back. But make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms. Real Ish Radio. We are relaunching the Real Ish Radio app next week. We got a couple things we got to take care of on it to get it all the way right. And then that's going back up, so we'll be able to download that free from the website, where you can actually have all our episodes right on your phone. You ain't got to search nothing. And everything will be on all streaming platforms, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you can find podcasts, all the digital streaming platforms. So make sure y'all keep up with that. Make sure y'all like and share this thing up. Let's get these numbers up. And I'll see y'all next Sunday. I'm going to have 2 more guests on, and we're going to chop it up and continue to grow. Appreciate y'all.
See the struggle to get in line. Hustle from the bottom, no cousin, don't lie. 365 isn't dead in the phone.